I'm like, why did no one tell me that these were edibles, you know? All they said was vegan Rice Krispie treats. What the fuck? That is a very long rod. I don't like that. If I just put in all the footage that I did, no one would watch me. Please don't make fun of me, or you can. I don't really care because honestly, quack. The interesting thing about putting like your life out there is that you guys are literally like, I don't know, you're like watching me kind of like fall for someone, and that's like weird and scary, but I don't know. Hey guys, welcome to a vlog. I'm not exactly sure what day this will be going up. Probably, well, it won't be going up this Friday because I just filmed a very hard video. The hardest video I've ever filmed in my entire life. I'm in a really down mood right now, but I'm going to meet a friend for coffee real quick. And, fuck, I'm shaking still. This is what I need. Yeah, so this won't be a Fry diary. Maybe this will be up on Monday. I don't know. Honestly, who knows? I don't know. But hello, I'm starting the vlog. About to go meet a friend for coffee, and, okay, so it's later now. I'm about to go meet my friend at happy hour in Malibu. And then I can't get too wasty because I have work to do when I get back, but yeah, I'm excited. It'll be good. I just got back from wine tasting. I'm quite drunk, even though I'm pretty sure I said I need to not be drunk because I have to work when I get home, but that's okay. I have a few phone calls and a few emails and stuff, but I also just made food, so that's like priority, is I need to eat and like absorb some of this alcohol into my out of my bloodstream, question mark. You guys have no idea the amount of times that I vlog / drunk vlog and then it does not even make it in the vlog because I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking annoying. If I just put in all the footage that I did, no one would watch me. I'm gonna do work for a couple hours and then I'm gonna hang out with a friend again. And yeah, tomorrow's gonna be dope. It's so annoying. Actually not sure how it's gonna go in the morning. At 8:30 is when I get my IUD put in, and like I have plans the rest of the day. I'm supposed to go to a pool in West Hollywood and do like a promo thing, and then I'm supposed to meet up with Chris again. I just don't know how I'm gonna feel after the procedure, so it'll kind of just depend on if I'm in pain or not. Friends, I'm about to go get my IUD put in. Take you guys along, gonna be so much fun. Oh my gosh, just kidding, but I will take you along. Here we go. Okay, so let me just talk about last night real quick. Last night was insane. I was in the emergency room. Definitely didn't vlog because I was out and didn't have my camera with me when it happened, but basically after I was wine tasting, so I came home and did some work and I ate and blah blah blah, and then I went back out with a couple of my guy friends and we went to a bar. We went to like some random party at someone's house that I didn't even know, and they had these Rice Krispie treats there, right? And they're like, oh, they're vegan, like they're made with vegan marshmallows. And I was like, oh, that's awesome, because like I love Rice Krispie treats, but obviously marshmallows aren't vegan, right?
100 feet, turn right on Artesia.
Shut up. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't have known because I didn't know these people. I was just thinking, ooh, Rice Krispie treats. I freaking love Rice Krispie treats, you know? Oh, cute dog. So I eat 2 of them. I noticed that like a couple other girls like were cutting them in half and then like eating half, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who eats half of a Rice Krispie treat? Like, come on. Then I realized why they were doing that, and turns out those were edibles. And I've had edibles a couple times in college and it was terrible. I was so paranoid, I thought I was gonna die. Like, it was literally miserable. Sorry, you can't even see me, but you can hear me, that's all that matters. I was like tripping balls and I was tweeting about this and you guys were like, you need to check labels. Like, how could you not know? And I'm like, okay, there was no labels. Like, I was kind of drunk, I was at a party, I just wanted a Rice Krispie treat. Like, I had the drunchies, you know? So, I was tripping balls. And not in a good way. Like, I had to go into a room and like curl up in a ball. Anyway, and finally they're like, okay, we're gonna Uber you home because like we know how bad this sucks. Like, everyone's been through something like this. I'm like, why did no one tell me that these were edibles, you know? All they said was vegan Rice Krispie treats. Anyway, but that's not what sent me to the ER. Like, you're not gonna die from weed unless you like kill yourself because you're freaking so paranoid. But so we're walking out to the Uber and suddenly, this has happened to me a few times, just because of my heart problems. I had some kind of weird like heart murmur thing happen. I'm sure it could have been related to, you know, the edible. But I'm not, I don't know. It almost seems like it was just a coincidence because, you know, I don't think weed gives you heart murmurs. So we're walking out to the Uber and I passed out kind of like on the concrete. I went to an urgent care because they were like, we need to go to the ER, we need to go to the ER. And I'm like, no, like this has happened a lot of times before. It's fine, like just take me home. And they're like, no, like you need to go to the ER. And I'm like, let's just go to urgent care because it'll be a shorter wait, blah, blah, blah. But what I didn't realize, obviously, because I was like fucking so messed up. Like I didn't even know, like the people that were talking to me like had blurred faces. I'm like, who are you people? So we go to urgent care. What I didn't realize was that it was like 9:30 and urgent care usually closes pretty early. It's like kind of like clinical hours, right? Then we go to the ER. They run some tests, all the usual tests that I get done. I also had to like tell them, I had to get blood taken because they were like, oh, well, you could have alcohol poisoning. And I'm like, no, like I didn't, I drank like some wine. And so I told them that like I ate 2 edibles and they're like, oh yeah, well that should not be causing this. Like, yeah, it can slow down your heart rate, but my heart rate was pretty low. It was like in the 30s. So they're like, yeah, we don't think it's that. It could just be a coincidence that you had this little heart murmur thing happen. The end of the story is not very eventful. I just had kind of like a type thing where like my heart kind of stopped and just for a second, and you know, I don't know, it can make you dizzy, I guess, so that's why I kind of passed out. I was unconscious for like a couple seconds. Like it was not a big deal at all. Like I've had it happen where I've been unconscious for like a very long time. And so basically they were just like, okay, just keep taking your meds, which I do. And yeah, that's the end of the story. I didn't make it home until like 2 a.m. I would say. Also, meanwhile, at the hospital, I don't remember much of it because I literally was tripping so hard from those edibles. I still feel really weird, actually. I feel really off and kind of paranoid about things, but nothing like last night. Like last night, I legit thought I was dying, and I legit thought that the people that were with me were like trying to harm me, and like, I don't know. It was so weird. Very, very, very long story short, that was my night at the ER last night. I don't even know if I'm gonna get the hormonal one or the copper one yet. I haven't decided. I kind of want to do copper because I hate putting hormones into my body. Like I hate the pill, hate it. But also copper, doesn't that just sound like something you don't want in your body? I don't know. Coming from someone who has silicone in their body, that probably sounds a little ridiculous, but I don't know. Like, don't you not want heavy metals in your system? Is copper a heavy metal? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go now. Currently on the elevator to my death. What the fuck? That is a very long rod. I don't like that. I don't like that. Basically, I didn't get the IUD. They told me that my cervix, the opening into my cervix was too small. They couldn't even fit like a safety pin through it if they wanted to. They didn't try. Let alone the rod, which is like this thick, and then the thing like where they try to pry it open is like this thick. And so she was legitimately like shoving something up inside of me, like trying to, for like 10 minutes. And they told me that the whole procedure would be 3 to 5 minutes, but she was like prying open my cervix, which was not having it, for like 10 minutes. And I was, seriously, I don't think I've ever been in that amount of pain. Even when I had an ulcer, even when I had kidney stones, like that was so painful. It felt like someone was ripping my uterus out of me. Like I was crying, I was like, fuck, I was like, please stop, please stop. No. Pulls out the rod of like my vagina because it was not in my cervix. And she's like, okay, hang on one second, I'm gonna see if I can get a smaller one. And so she leaves and she comes back with 2 men, and they all proceed to then look at my vagina, which is a great time. If you've never done it before, you should do it for sure. And they take a look in there, and basically they determined that my cervix is like the most abnormally small cervix they've ever seen. They legit said ever seen. Not only would they not be able to get an IUD up into there, they're not sure if I could ever have children, like vaginal birth, because your cervix has to dilate, and they were trying to dilate my cervix and it wasn't working. So, you know, I would have to have a C-section obviously, which like, I don't even want to think about that right now. After all that pain, I'm still bleeding a lot. I still have like weird crampy feeling, but they basically determined that, yeah, my cervix is too small. I'll never be able to get an IUD. So right away, she's like, okay, what I can do is I can book you for another time, and what we can do is we can put you under anesthesia, and we'll just like cut a hole, and we'll just stick it. I'm like, this is not that crucial. Like, yes, I wanted the IUD to prevent pregnancy and so that I can have lighter periods and, you know, all that stuff. But it's not that crucial where I want to go under general anesthesia to have my cervix punctured, and no, like there's other methods for sure. So right away I'm like, no, what about Nexplanon? Because I was thinking about Nexplanon actually this morning as I was driving over. I was like, wait, they're both 3 years. Like the IUD that I was going to get was 3 years. Nexplanon seems like it wouldn't be painful to insert at all. But I guess that like the downside of Nexplanon is that there's more hormones, there's estrogen, there's a lot more possible side effects. But right away I'm like, well, what about Nexplanon? Like, can we do that right now? Can we just do it? Like, I'm already in so much pain, that's not even gonna be a thing. And she's like, yeah, we can do it. So I signed the paper. They like numb it with a needle with general anesthesia or whatever, or local anesthesia, not general anesthesia. And then she shoved a little tube thingy in my arm, and like it hurt, but nothing compared to that IUD. I can't even explain to you how bad it was. I at one point was like screaming, and she was like starting to get teary-eyed because she was like, I feel so bad, like I've never had anyone be in this much pain. And I'm like, I promise I have a really high pain tolerance, this never happens. And once I found out that I had like that weird cervix thing, yeah, I basically, like, there's no opening between my vagina and my cervix. So I actually asked, like, well, how could I even get pregnant then? Because like if there's no opening, then how would I ever get pregnant? And they're like, well, I mean, sperm are really small, so if they were really crafty, you probably could. Freaking long story short, I have no cervix opening. I got an Nexplanon in my arm. We'll see how it goes. I'm really, really tired. I don't know if it's like because of everything that's happened, or because I haven't been sleeping great, or because I was at the ER last night, or what, but damn, my life has been like a roller coaster lately. And I've been like slacking on my coaching program, and my coach is texting me like, what's keeping you back? What's holding you back? Like, what's holding you back from making this your top priority? This should be your top priority. And I'm like, dude, literally my life is a tornado right now. I'm trying to make it my top priority, but it's just no. I just had something shoved into a hole that was not there. Rant over. I'm about to go to a meeting in Beverly Hills, which means I have to drive a long time. I should probably drink some coffee or something. Hello, friends. Okay, this is weird. Hang on, I'm moving you. I just had to do a quick little video thing, but okay, so last night I tried to get the blue out of my hair. I don't know if you can tell, but it did not really work 100%. It's kind of like ombres to blue in the back, and there's kind of like some random chunks of blue, but it's a lot better than it was before. So I got my headshots taken this morning. Any like pieces of blue that are showing, I'll just have them kind of edited out. I tried to hide it as best as I could, kind of like put it all on this side, and I don't know, it just looks kind of like silvery blonde maybe, I'm not sure. This part at least is back to my natural. And also the elephant in the room, literally the giant fucking elephant in the room right now, my fucking upper lip. Let me just talk about it real quick. Okay, so as you guys know, last week I went and I had half of a syringe put into my lower lip. Fine, okay, whatever. It looks good. It was a little bit swollen the first day, whatever. And then when it went down, it literally looked exactly the same. Like, we compared the before and after pictures, and they looked exactly the same. So yesterday I went to a different place. It's called Rockstar Beauty. They were like, yeah, basically the place that you went last time used a watered down version of Juvederm, which is what a lot of places will do if they're giving it to you for free or for like sponsorship or whatever. So I was like, okay, great. So what they did yesterday was they injected my upper lip only with Restylane Silk, and I just, again, got half a syringe. I guess my lip just is very sensitive and already was pretty big, so yeah. But okay, just so you know, this is not like the final look. Like, I literally got them done yesterday evening, and so they're gonna be swollen for sure today, for sure tomorrow. I'll probably start going down after that. But yes, I know they look freaking ridiculous right now. I look like a duck. But yeah, I didn't get my lower lip done, so this is how it was from last week. And upper lip. But the thing is, I have things to do today. I have 2 video shoots. I'm going to meet my sister at the beach. My oldest sister is visiting, and she brought my 2 little nieces because my niece has a dance competition down here. And I'm so excited to meet them at the beach. And I think Keenan's going to come too if he can. And then I have another shoot with Jumanji later with Keenan. And yeah, so I'm just going to have to, I don't know, maybe like do some poses like this or like this because I just feel like I look really ridiculous. I don't look like myself. And it worries me. And this is like even, I concealed the top of it so that it wouldn't be so crazy. When I woke up this morning, they looked pretty good yesterday. They looked like kind of, I think, how they are going to look when the swelling goes down. Like last time they were pretty swollen, but they looked like fine. But Restylane Silk, the kind that I got, is like the very higher end kind because I wanted to have good results. And they had a whole completely different method of going about injections. The last place, if you guys remember, they stabbed my lip and they numbed it. They put the stuff in my actual lip and then they waited like 20 minutes and then they injected my lip. This guy, he injected like up here in my gums a bunch of times where my whole face was numb. I literally couldn't feel it. And then when he did my lips, I couldn't even feel the injections at all. Whereas before, it was so painful the whole time. So I know that the place I went to the first time was not the best place to go, but Rockstar Beauty is awesome. They're in Beverly Hills. They do like all of the celebrities, everything like that. They actually found me on Instagram, but yeah. So that's the situation with my lips right now. Please don't make fun of me, or you can. I don't really care because honestly, quack. So now I need to get changed and meet my sisters my oldest sister and my nieces at the beach and see if Keenan can come too. At least also, I'm not bruised this time. And that's another thing that shows me that this place was good. And the last place, my lips turned white and they were like, oh, that's good, we need to cut the circulation off so that you won't feel it. And I asked this guy yesterday, I'm like, is that normal? And he's like, no, that's extremely dangerous. You don't want to cut the circulation off because then if you poke it with something, bad things can happen. So it's a good thing I survived the last lip injection, but so bottom lip still the same, upper lip really swollen. We'll see as it goes back down and probably will look pretty similar to before, but just like a little bit more full. So that is my lip injection story. I gotta change. Okay, so change of plan. Oh, my arm bruised, oh. Change of plans, we're actually going to my sister Jessica's apartment, where you guys have all seen before, to go to the pool there. She's actually in New York until tonight, so she's not even gonna be there, but it's gonna be my oldest sister and 2 of my nieces, and then Keen's gonna come. And then after that, we can't stay there for very long because we have to go to a gym in Anaheim and shoot for Jumanji. Oh yeah, why is my bottom lip bruised? That doesn't make any sense. Literally, that makes no, oh, maybe because they numbed it down there? I don't know, that makes no sense to me. You're crazy, it's hot out here.
I wish the bubbles were on. How can we turn the bubbles on? I don't know, but
I don't think you can.
Here, there's a button to turn it